Welcome to the Flipped Classroom, Pre-Algebra, 8th grade, 6-3 in the Pre-Algebra book, Converting Rates and Measurements. We've been talking about rates, things like how much does it cost per pound, how many kids per square foot, how many ounces per whatever. It usually has to do with time, although it doesn't have to be, but it's talking about unit rates for one inch, one child, one school, 1 hour, 1 minute. But here's an interesting way to do conversions. This is conversions, all right? Things like, if you're going 60 miles per hour, how fast are you going per second in feet? In feet. If you're going 60 miles per hour, how far are you going in feet per second? Feet per second. Now, there's several ways to do this. There's not one way. The trouble is teaching you different ways. We're going to do it, by the way, it's called like unit analysis. I believe they call it dimensional analysis. By the way, it's used in high school with physics, chemistry. It's very useful. The trouble is we've got two things going on. We got the measurement in miles, and then we also got the thing about hours. We don't want miles per second. We want feet per second. So here we go. 60 miles per hour. Let's write the 1 hour there, all right? I want to change it to feet per second. Now, do you want to work with the feet first, or do you want to work with the seconds first? It doesn't matter. I'll take care of the miles. Do you notice that up here in the numerator, there's miles? I want to get rid of the miles. Let's see, how many feet are in mile? One of those fabulous numbers. I wish we'd change it. We won't. 5,000 every year. 5,280. Why? Because they walked off 1,000 paces, like right foot to right foot, and it turned out to be 5,280 feet. And obviously the foot came from the king's foot. I need to get rid of the miles. So actually, I'm going to use a conversion. I'm going to convert it. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. And the question is, well, how do you know whether you should put it in the top or the bottom? It's kind of like multiplying by a fraction, rates, ratios. 5,280 feet in a mile, I want the miles to cancel, so the miles have to be opposite, like cross-canceling with fractions. So I take 60 times 5,000, the miles cancel, and now I have feet. But see this hour down here? I don't want it in hours. I want to know how many feet per second. Well, how are hours connected to seconds? Well, first of all, let's change hours to what? Minutes. How many minutes are an hour? 60. Got it. Do I put the 60 where? Oh, I want the hour to cancel. So I cancel the hours. 1 hour is 60 minutes. The hours cancel. But now I've got minutes. I want seconds. How are minutes related to seconds? 60 seconds in a minute because they said so. By the way, I hope you understand that all measurements is someone picked it, someone can change it. The metric system came about because they didn't like the standard system from England. We can change it again if we wanted to. But the minutes and the seconds, they're set. 60 minutes. I want to get rid of the minutes. How are minutes and seconds related? 1 minute is 60 seconds. The minutes will cancel. So really what it comes down to get feet per second. Feet per second. It doesn't matter what order you're in. I would take 60 times 5,280. I would take 60 times 60. So you multiply all the numerator, write it down. All the denominator, write it down. Divide it out. If you want to, you can, and this is my suggestion, cancel it out. That 60 cancels with that 60. Why do the math if you can cancel? And guess what? The 60 happens to go into 5,280. Turns out if you're going 60 miles per hour, you are going 88 feet per second. Make sure that when you drive, you are aware of that because it's a big automobile, it's a big machine going down 88 feet 1 second. That's pretty fast. Well, it doesn't just work for miles and feet per second. It works in the metric system. Let's say I want to take 1 kilometer per hour, or well, we'll go with 1 minute. You're traveling, no, you're not traveling 1 kilometer per minute. A bullet's traveling 1 kilometer per minute. A rocket, something like that. Let's say you want to change it to centimeters per second. Centimeters per second. We'll take care of the kilometers first. How are centimeters related to kilometers? Well, you might not get kilometers and centimeters right away. We'll go with kilometers and meters first. That's a pretty easy conversion. I want to get rid of the kilometers. How many meters are in a kilometer? 1,000. Kilo means 1,000. All those prefixes have a very, very good use. The kilometers cancel. Now I want centimeters. How are meters related to centimeters? Well, in every centimeter there are 100 because there's 100 centimeters. Centa, 100. I put the meter down here because I want to get rid of the meters. 1 meter is 100 centimeters. And those cancel. Now I've got minutes. Here we go again. The time usually works the same way, by the way. I want per second. I want to get rid of the minutes. I want to change it, convert it, make it into the other unit. Unit analysis. Take, and these are all multiplying, by the way. I want to get rid of the 1 minute. 1 minute has, here we go again, 60 seconds. The minutes cancel. So if you want to know how many 1 kilometer per minute is how many centimeters per second, you take 1,000 times 100, which by the way is 100,000. 100,000 centimeters per 60 seconds. I'd have to divide that out. Let's see, zeros cancel, 6 goes into 10,000. So it's about what? 1,666. Looks about right. Looks about right to you, doesn't it? 1 kilometer per minute is about 1,666 centimeters per second. What you have to do is use your conversions. I gave you a sheet of paper that has all the different units, metric and standard. If it's in the numerator, put that in the denominator and how it's related. Like for instance, 1 foot, 12 inches. Sometimes the feet is up here, sometimes the feet is down here. Just depends on the unit analysis. And that's how you make changes for measurement.